Welcome to my channel. I am Dr. Achyut Ramaiah. In this video, you are going to learn how to handle top 3 killer trap questions, and they are: what are your weaknesses, what is your biggest failure, and if I had to reject you, what could be those reasons. Now, as usual, you will learn for every question why this question is asked, what are the strategies that you can adopt to handle this question, and finally you will get the golden tips at the end of the answers. Now, what is a trap question? Trap question is something that is intended to trap you and put you on a tight spot, and they want to see how you will wriggle out of the situation. So these trap questions are two types. One is direct and the other is indirect trap question. Now let us come to the first question: what are your weaknesses? It is a direct trap question, and why this question is asked? The reason why they ask is to force you to make a self goal, and thereby to know how you would handle a difficult question and to know your suitability to a job. In a rush to give the answer, probably you will commit a mistake of giving a list of your weaknesses, thereby you are exposing your ineligibility, or you are exposing your weaknesses to the interviewers, thereby you are losing an opportunity. Then, to know your persuasion and negotiation skills, convincing skills. How do you convince the interviewers? This is what they want to know from your end. Then, generally, what are the weaknesses, and what kind of weaknesses are better to present? Generally, if you present the weakness that is advantageous for the organization and it is a personal disadvantage for you, you should design your weakness in such a way that you will come out very well unharmed after the question. So, how you design your strategy? The strategies we shall see. The best one by far is to overdo your strengths. What is overdoing strengths? Suppose I'll give few examples. You might have written a list of 5 or 6 strengths in your CV. You can take maybe 2 or 3 strengths. You should do a little bit, you should overdo it a little bit. You should overdo your strength a little bit. Like, for example, one of your weaknesses is presentation skills. So you will give the answer in such a way that the example I am giving, sir, my strength actually is presentation skills. But what happens is I collect so much data, so much information, so much facts and figures, statistics that at the before the presentation, finalizing the presentation becomes a big problem for me. Suppose another strength is let us say your teamwork or your leadership skills. For these strengths, how you convert it into a weakness is something like this. Sir, actually I am a very good leader, or I am a very good team player, but the problem is when someone approaches me in my team for my help, I can't say no to them, and in the process I lose my valuable time and I lose my I can't do my personal works. So this is how you can overdo your strengths. This is the best strategy you can adopt, and we can also say something like the positive behavior of yours other than the strengths. Suppose you have 10 strengths, 20 strengths, or 50 strengths. What are the strengths that you present in the CV? The ones that are suitable for the job description that you present in the interview, in the CV. So what you will do is there are certain other strengths which you have not mentioned. You take them, maybe 2 or 3 strengths, and you can overdo them a little bit. Not only strictly the strengths that you have mentioned in your CV. So you can always say, sir, I am generally I involve in a neat task or any work so much that I generally neglect my health. I skip my meal, or maybe I feel unrest till I complete the task. This is one more positive behavior. So this is how you can present your strengths in place of weaknesses. It's like a sugar coated weakness. And the other strategy is your personal habits that do not have any adverse impact on your job performance. For example, my eating habits are poor, and actually I neglect my personal works. My sleeping habits are poor. I generally wake up till late night doing something or the other, browsing the web for some important information. Like that, you can say. Or also, you can always say that some people adopt this strategy. Tell one weakness and explain the corrective measures you are following to overcome your weakness. Like you can say, actually I generally am very particular about the time that I have to follow. Generally I come very early for any meeting or any commitment, that others do not turn up so early. So generally I have to wait for longer time, and I am a little nervous about following the timings. This is how you can say about your weaknesses. We shall see the golden tips. Never ever talk about your personality flaws, like I can't mingle with people, I am short tempered. Okay, or never talk about your personality flaws like I'm short tempered, I'm lazy, I can't mingle with people, I can't communicate with strangers. These are personality flaws. Never ever reveal those personality flaws, and never reveal your bad habits that impact your job performance. You can't say I'm indisciplined, I can't maintain timings. This stuff is not really good to be exposed in the interview, uh, to talk about in the interview. Then never say anything that adversely impacts your job performance, not only bad habits. So that you have to take care and showcase your personality as acceptable personality. You can't give any flaws in your behavior or personality. Showcase your personality as acceptable. Then, to shirk away from lying, imbibe good practices. Some students or some candidates complain that how can I lie in the interview? It is against my principles. The answer is simple. Please don't lie. You have to overcome your weaknesses, your personality flaws. So, imbibe good practices and become a good human being. That is in your hands. Then the next question is, what is your biggest failure so far? So it's a direct trap question. And why this question is asked, strategies and golden tips you will get. Why this question is asked? To know your weaknesses indirectly. So even though it is a direct question, they are going to know about your weaknesses indirectly, and to ask questions in your weak area to corner you. The moment you say any failure in your life, the game would be over. So take care, and also to check your smartness. How you would wriggle out of this tough situation they want to check. Now we shall see the strategies. Quote your good performance and express your regrets for not extending it further. You can say that during my school days or in our technical fest in our degree program, I presented a wonderful piece of project or some model which won appreciation from everyone, including our principal or including the chief guest, and my professor has asked me to extend it further and present it in the succeeding tech fest in some other college, but because of academic compulsions I could not do it. So you just express your regrets. So what is that you are communicating? You are communicating in fact your success. This is the best strategy by far which I know. Then quote some insignificant that is not relevant to job requirement. You can say that actually I wanted to learn music, but because of the academic compulsions and tight schedules, I couldn't do it so far. So this is one more strategy. And express your regrets. Express your regrets as you could not overcome a personal habit that does not impact your job performance adversely. You can say that I wanted to actually overcome my bad food habits, like I don't maintain timings, that I wanted to overcome, but so far I could not do it. So these strategies, any one or two, you can say as an answer. Now we shall come to the golden tips. Take care not to talk about your backlogs, low grades in exams, etc. Some people generally give, the moment the question is asked, they talk about their failures in the exams or low grades, etc., which will directly impact your success in the interview. So please don't reveal such flaws, don't reveal such, and do not mention your lacunae in technical skills and soft skills. The moment you talk negatively about your technical skills or soft skills, then it will work adversely about your selection. Then avoid mentioning your failures in projects, sports, life events, etc. Never ever reveal such weaknesses. Then showcase your success in such a way that you could not take it forward, as I have mentioned about a project work or something, some good thing that you have done in the past and you could not actually take it forward. That's how you can wriggle out of the situation. Then we shall see the third question. If I had to reject you, what could be those reasons? It is an indirect trap question. Why this question is asked, we shall see. The reason is to know your weaknesses indirectly again, and to catch you on the wrong foot, and to check your nerve, whether you have steel nerve or a soft nerve, whether you can answer it properly without being nervous. They want to check, and to check your suitability to the job. In the rush of giving the answer, sometimes you might give some weaknesses which will impact adversely on your winning chances. So how do you actually give the answer? What are the strategies? Tell that you are overqualified or overskilled. This is the best approach. The interviewers actually are trying to corner you. In such situation, you can say that, sir, probably you want to reject me based on my qualification. Probably you may feel that probably I'm overqualified or overskilled for the position you have advertised for, and sometimes you can give the answer in a lighter vein. You can say that, sir, you would reject me if you wouldn't like to hire a candidate possessing the strengths that I had. Okay, like, sir, if you don't want to hire a person who is a smart worker, who is a good presenter, who is a good leader, definitely you would reject me, sir. So this is how you are turning a very serious question into a lighter vein, lighter discussion. And also in a lighter vein, you can say that the organization probably cannot afford to pay for your skills. So you can say that, sir, probably you might think that for my qualification and my skills, the organization cannot pay that much. So this is how you can give your answer in a convincing way. And the golden tips are, never ever reveal your lacunae related to technical skills or soft skills. Please, you have to bear it in mind. And as the interviewer wants to hit below the belt and see how you react, best way to deal with it is to show that you are relaxed by giving your answer in a lighter vein. So these three questions generally are deadly if you don't handle properly. So practice them well and wish you all the best. So catch me in my next video. Thank you.